Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Becca and this is my channel where we talk about all the houseplant things. I'm really glad that you're here with me today. I hope you're having a beautiful morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it may be for you. I am actually in the middle of doing some baking, so if you'll just excuse me for a minute while I turn off I just transferred the timer to the microwave so that it wouldn't be ticking in the background because that kills me. It's so annoying. Anyway, I have some plant chores that I need to get done, and honestly I didn't think that I would have enough to make a video, so I've just been procrastinating. And then I started writing down a list last night and I realized, oh my gosh, I have so many plant things to do. A lot of repotting, a lot of chop and prop situations, so we're just gonna get it done. I've been procrastinating doing plant chores since we moved because I did a lot of plant chores right when we got here, and I'm just feeling a little burnt out on plant chores, but things need to get done or else the plants will suffer. And I am noticing a few of them are like, help me. So we're gonna get into that, but let me get my list. Hold on a second. Here's my list. I'm just gonna put it on the screen so that we can see real quickly. If you saw in my plant room video, which honestly you guys were very helpful for that video in the comments, giving me suggestions on what to do for a table in there. But anyway, the plant room is done. If you haven't seen that video, I showed you the whole process of building my plant room, which is this beautiful space. Whoa, let's give the camera a second. This beautiful space. It was really fun to build it up, but it's finished now, and if you want to watch the process, that video is linked down below and on my channel if you want to find it. But anyway, I talked about how I am not using my greenhouse inside because it's ugly, it's annoying, it's an eyesore, and I just kind of wanted to be done doing that. And I really want to buy the IKEA greenhouse, but I'm making a lot of purchases lately, and I just kind of want to like be smart about my purchases, especially like for de la plants. So yeah, I'm not going to buy the IKEA greenhouse anytime soon, also because they're just completely sold out of the white color, which is the one that I want. So I saw that it's going to be restocking around New Year's, so maybe that'll be my New Year's gift, maybe my 2-year anniversary gift for YouTube, I don't know. But anyway, I do need to bring back that greenhouse inside, and I think I'm going to put it in my office for now because I do have some plants that were living in it before and are kind of like, what's going on? And I mean, it is like 79% humidity in this room right now. Let me show you the little thermometer. Oh no, it's not. It's 79 degrees, 34% humidity. Okay. I've been reading that wrong today. Anyway, yeah, it's been around 30% humidity, and that's because it's the winter time. Sorry, card was full. Anyway, the humidifier didn't really bring up the humidity in this room, and it just made it like really foggy. I don't know why. If anyone has any tips. I didn't use filtered water in it, which I normally used to, so maybe that's why, but I thought that the water would be like better here. I don't know. Anyway, all this to say, really long intro aside, I have some plant chores that I need to do, and I'm gonna bring you along. Hope that you enjoy a little bit of a plant chore day, and let's get into it. Okay, hi. So we're gonna do some repotting now, and hopefully you can't hear my dishwasher, but I feel like I'm not gonna be doing a ton of talking because I just want some quiet work. Oh, my repotting mat. Almost had it all. Okay, here we go. I also grabbed this trellis. I don't know what for, but I just felt like I needed to bring it in. I don't know, maybe I have a Hoya to repot. Okay, so the light in my kitchen right now is beautiful, but it's so direct and strong that I put up a white sheet in the window to kind of diffuse the light because it was coming down in like harsh sun rays, like you can see right here. Made it really difficult for you to see what was going on the counter. Oh, I'm gonna leave the front open so you can see. Anyway, oh, I'm out of breath. Okay, I need to do some planning here because I think that I want to put the gloriosums in here in this little pot. This is a pot that I got from the Target dollar section, and I love it. I think it's really cute. I did have some spider plants in it, but then I went on vacation and they unfortunately didn't make it. So I'm going to be potting together this gloriosum and this gloriosum together. This one needs water, so that's why it looks bad. But it is a very happy plant. And of course, I'm going to be using the De La Tank's soil mix. This is the soil mixture that I actually made in collaboration with a local soil company in Tucson called Tank's Green Stuff, and this is my special mixture, and it's a pre-mixed houseplant mix. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to go out to the store to get more supplies. It's all done for you. So it's a really cool product, honestly. It's been very, very helpful for me, and I feel like it's filled a lot of people's, it's filled a hole in a lot of people's plant life. So anyway, if you haven't checked it out, it's always linked in the description box below. It's available on Amazon if you're not in Arizona, but it is available in a lot of Arizona retailers across the state. It's also available in Missouri at Vintage Hill, which is very exciting, and we're working on getting the soil into a bunch of other places, your local nurseries around the country. So if you have a local nursery that you want to carry De La Tanks, you can email me at becca@delaplants.com so that I can get in contact with them and see if they'd like to carry it. And it has gotten so big, you can see, and it's even taller than this, but it's kind of leaning because it's heavy. It is not doing great. It has had spider mites for like a long time, like many, many months, and it still has spider mites. I just don't get it. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It needs to like sit in a bag for like a week and then it can return to civilization. But what I want to do right now is I want to chop and prop because it's a pain in my butt. I really don't want to ruin it and like hurt the plant anyway, but its stem is getting really long, and like these bottom two leaves are about to die, and so it won't have leaves up until like right here. So that's like, I don't know, 7-8 inches of stem with nothing on it. So we know that, well actually you don't know, but I do have a long-term project going on right now of wet stick propagation. So I'm probably just gonna chop these nodes up and toss it in those boxes where I'm doing some wet stick propagation and see if I can grow them from the nodes. And then I'm just going to chop this and put it in water. That's how I rooted it in the beginning, and it rooted really fast. So I don't want to do this, but at this point I have to because it keeps getting spider mites and it's killing off all the leaves. Like literally from here up is the plant, and then from there down is despair. So let's just chop it. Let's make the cut. I'm gonna cut it. Let's do it right here. There it is. She's chopped. I'm gonna put it in water, and we're just gonna hope for the best. Look at that. Never get rid of little prop vessels. There will always be a need for them, you know? That's why I have an entire drawer full of them. I don't really need all of them, but it comes in handy, you know? I'm gonna put this in my greenhouse when I've set my greenhouse up again. So now I'm going to just like chop this node by node, get that stuck in some moss so that I can see what is gonna happen. What else? What else? Okay, so now I need to, now that that's done, I was not wanting to do that, but had to be done. Now I'm going to take a look at this guy. You can see this is my melanocrysum. It is not doing incredible, and the soil is starting to get compacted. This used to be full all the way to the top, but my old soil mixture was obviously not amazing, so it has compacted quite a bit. So we're just gonna get this out of here and repot it in the new soil. Honestly, this root system is not much to write home about. It's not been super thrilled. I just think my old soil mixture was not great, but we've got like this big gap in here where there's nothing going on. We're gonna fix you right up. All right, dearie? We're gonna fix you up. Okay, big gust of wind just came and knocked this completely over. Good news is, looks like nothing broke, but that kind of confirms to me that it needs to come back inside. So that will be the next chore that I take care of. I got a little bit carried away repotting plants, honestly. Like, I got a little carried away. Are you coming inside? So I repotted basically everything on this shelf. Well, that's a lie. I repotted those two. I kind of looked at this one to see what was going on, but okay, please.
I'm working here.
Pretty much these leaves are probably gonna die soon, but when that day comes, I'll just chop it and start propagating it and start it back up. But it's not there yet, so we'll just wait. I repotted this philodendron, melanocrysum, varicosum. This is probably my favorite plant I own. It is so beautiful. Look at that.
You're beautiful.
Thank you. I feel like I kind of like having a lot of plants on it, but I do need to like organize things because right down there I have some grow lights that are gonna go in the greenhouse and just like random stuff. So it would be nice to like style these shelves to have something other than just like 3,000 plants, because a lot of these plants are gonna go in other places in the house too. So this can look a little bit more styled and not as like a plant dump. But just a little update. This is how the wall is doing. It looks really good. That, what is that plant up there? A micans, there we go. That micans is thirsty, I need to water that, but pretty much everything else is super good. I would like to repot this clarinervium down here and like put it in a different spot. I would love to put it on the wall, like right there. So maybe I'll put it in a pot with a lip and then just like hope to God it doesn't fall, because I think that those clips can only take a 12-inch pot. So I'll see if I can get it in a smaller pot maybe. We'll see. I do have like a pretty big pot out there that I'm thinking of putting it in. But anyway, all this aside, I'm going to bring in the greenhouse and set it up inside. Thankfully it's already set up. I just need to like bring it inside with all of this stuff. Oh, we can't see me at all. And I think I'm just gonna put it probably like right there. I don't have anywhere, like I don't have anything going right there. No plans for that spot, so I'll put it there. And then when I get the IKEA greenhouse cabinet, maybe I'll put that there instead. Why is this light on? I'm always leaving lights on. Ah! Falling apart! Okay. Ah! I just knocked over the iron that had water in it. That's funny. Okay. Now I have to bring out all the stuff and evaluate the damage because some things did break when it fell. So it looks like this guy broke. I'm sad about that. But honestly, I wasn't using it for anything and I don't know when I would have. I could really easily fix it though, just with a little bit of that. So we'll see. But nothing else broke, which is really good news because I've had some pots that I really like in here that I haven't really been able to use. So, cool. We're just gonna stack all this and bring it inside. Also, I'm doing this because someone told me that terracotta like does not do well out in freezing temperatures. Like it will break. So obviously I don't want that to happen because most of my pots out here are terracotta. And so I want to take care of them. So I'm bringing them inside for that as well. I don't really have a plan for where I'm going to keep them as of right now. Probably just the bottom of the greenhouse. Alrighty, so the greenhouse is in its place and I'm going to set up these lights. I don't do anything special. I really just tie them up, which I don't think I can use any of this old string. But I have like, I just use like jute string, it's nothing special. And we're gonna set it up and then put some plants in need in there. So this is going to be basically like the hospital wing of my home. Plants that need some rehabilitation and actually also just like high humidity need plants because I'm surprised that I actually need this, to be honest. I mean, a bunch of people told me that the humidity goes down in the winter time, but I was like, yeah, but it's not gonna be as low as Tucson. but it's pretty low. So it needs some help. We need some supplementary light. So that's all this is. These are the grow lights that I got last year. I did an entire video setting these up the first time I got them. They're from Amazon, link down below always, and they're from the company called Chores. It's just 3 strips. You can see them. Yeah, pretty simple. Really bright. They have an automatic timer in there, like built in. So it goes up to like 6, 10, and 12 hours or something like that. Let's see, 3, 6, 12 hours. And I always do 12 hours. So on these lights, let me show you something. I don't know how close I'm gonna be able to get you. I've just cut my little string, and the lights, you can see they have this little tongue looking thing. So I just slip the string through there, and then that's where I tie it. So it's not interfering with the lights at all. It just goes in through here. And the actual lights, like when I got them, they came with little screws that you could very easily screw into like the bottom of a bookshelf or something. But obviously I wouldn't screw into this. Plug it in. Do you guys remember that commercial that went, plug it in, plug it in? All right, here we go. Woohoo, they work. All right, and to do the timer, let's angle you down a little bit. So then I'm just going to hit the timer button. There's like a clock on this one. Hit it, it'll go to 3 hours. Hit it again, it'll go 6 hours. Hit it again, it'll go to 12 hours. So that's what we're gonna do. Now I just need to go grab some plants to go in here. And I have a good idea of what I wanna put in, so let's go do that. So I wanna put my varicosum because honestly, I'm worried that she's gonna die. She's definitely fine, I'm just paranoid. The other plant that I have is my mame, which is doing terrible. Terrible. So I'm gonna put it in here and see, kind of as a last ditch effort, if like really high humidity is what it needs. I'm going to put the Syngonium wendlandii because I'm just nervous about it also, and she's new. So I wanna make sure that she gets the best. I won't put it directly under the light, but I'll put it like right there. That looks good. This grow light is a bit close, but I've never had anything burn underneath it, so it works for me. Okay, my begonia maculata is gonna go in there because she's struggling a little bit, probably because I forgot to water her, but I just repotted it as you saw. And then this Hoya obovata splash is gonna go in there because it's still propagating. And I was propagating it in water, as you saw in that video, we're talking about my propagations recently, and it did really bad in water, like really bad. So I'm definitely, I started to put it in moss, like I put it in moss, and it grew roots already just in like the last week. So I put it in this little mesh pot and then in this little glass here. We'll see what happens, but it looks really good so far. Okay, my Anthurium Ace of Spades is going back in. This is the last leaf it put out, which is really lovely. It did get ripped, low humidity, but it is doing a lot better than it was before, admittedly. Okay, I just grabbed like 4 Hoyas that I just want to see push out some growth. So I have a Hoya Chelsea, Hoya Polynura, Hoya lacunosa, and a Hoya australis lisa. Which, listen to this, I saw that my local grocery store was selling Hoya australis lisa. They were beautiful, but they sold out before I could get out there. Okay, these are some propagations that you've already seen, but propagations just move a lot faster when they're in a really humid environment, so we're just gonna throw them in here. And honestly, I think that's it. I don't really have any other plants that I wanna put in there. And that would pretty much conclude my plant chores for the day. So thank you so much for joining me on this little plant chores adventure. It was a lot of fun. I finally got a lot of stuff done and it felt good to do it. So if you've been putting off plant chores, just get started and see where it takes you, because honestly, I did a lot more than I thought I would today. I've been super unmotivated lately, and as I talked about at the beginning, and I just started and it was so good. So thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it. If you want, you can subscribe to my channel, like this video, and comment down below what plant chores you're working on today, if you did plant chores with me, or maybe some plant chores that you're putting off. Let me know. All right, you guys, thanks so much for watching. Bye. Just the 2 of us. We can make it if we try. Oh, the two of us. Yeah, the two of us. Ooh, the two of us. Ooh. You can't even see him because he blends in with my little jacket.